Hello everybody. Today we'll talk about one of the biggest concerns in the world. Do you believe with me that water is the biggest concern? Yes, imagine that. Water is very important for all our life, for human beings, for other creatures on this planet. You can imagine that our water supply is divided into two parts. Salty water, which represents 97.5% of our supplies according to the United Nations Environment Programme, and 2.5% only is fresh water. We'll give you this handout by the end of this lecture. This 2.5% of water is divided into 70% is ice and snow covered in mountains. 0.3% of this amount is fresh water and water from lakes and rivers. 30% of this percentage is underground water. It's not only this percent we suffer from, as it's very low, but also we didn't get all of this water. We get only a percentage that doesn't suit with the increased number of population all over the world. So we face a big problem. We support this problem by many ways. Let us see how do we use this water in our homes. This is a graph shows you we waste 30% of fresh water that we get at homes in toilets. It's nearly 1/3 of our fresh water we get at homes. Also, we waste 23% of fresh water that we get at homes in clothes washers. This percentage represents nearly half of water that we get. That's too much to waste for water. Do you agree with me? Right. The chart gives us another waste of water, 14% on taps leaking, 14% on showers, 10% leaks, 6% pass, and 2% dishwashers, one for other purposes. This is too big amount to waste for nothing at home. Now, what is the result of this? The result is something like this. A boy digging a hole to get water. A woman digging another hole to get water for herself and her children. A boy acting like an animal to get some water from a paddle or a pool in the ground. And this is shameful for our humankind. So, what are the solving could we do? What could we do to solve this problem? I think we could agree to some points together. One of these points is spreading awareness of how to deal with water, how to save water, how to make projects, and make a kind of global announcement to save water and use it in a wise way. Another thing is to start with yourself. So start with yourself and save water. Don't take too much water, taking showers or wasting water, dropping water in the garden, or washing your cars or washing your utensils and so on, and washing up. Try to save water for those people and be careful. You will need this water. Finally, we talked about the global concern of water. What is it? How is the amount of water is less than the increase of population? what causes this problem, and a brief summary of how to deal and solve this problem. Thanks for your watching. Goodbye.